Hi everybody, welcome back to Mediocre Whiskey Review. I'm Jill and we're doing a bottle today. We're sipping whiskey. Stick around. All right, so what I have today is a bottle. I already opened it. I was going to say a new bottle, but it's really not a new bottle because I've already tried it. But it is Hugh. It is double oaked. It is cask strength, and it's a store pick. So I'll give you a little background information. Go like, subscribe, comment, share, do the things. I don't care. Do whatever. Do all your stuff. So I do have a little Heaven Hill that I'm sipping on, trying to get ready for the cask drink. So let's talk about this Hugh whiskey. What I know about it, it is cask strength, double oaked, single barrel, obviously, 116.2 proof, and it was picked for Crown Liquors in Indianapolis, and they bottled 222 bottles. I paid $65 for it, and I wasn't mad about it. I think that's a decent price for a store pick, especially cask strength. It's bottled by West Fork Whiskey Company, and they are out of Indianapolis. And the bottle says, bottled by West Fork Whiskey, distilled in Indiana. So I went on their website. I was trying to find a little more information, and everything that I am gathering is that the Hamer line, I think that's how you say it, because it's sure not Hammer, right? It's got to be Hamer. Anyway, the Hamer line was extinct for a while. It was opened back in the 1800s, and then they sold, the thing died, whatever. But it was apparently made then in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, which is where MGP is, or Ross and Squibb. I think so. I'm pretty sure that's correct. So anyway, West Fork Whiskey decided to revive the Hamer brand. So they have lots of, they're called Old Hamer. This is called Hugh Hamer. They do I saw a maple finish. They have a regular straight bourbon whiskey. They have a rye, I believe, and then they have their double oaked. They have a regular double oaked and a cask strength. So what I found interesting on the website about this was that it said the 99% corn and 1% malted barley mash bill they believe to be identical to what the original Hamer line was using. So if that's the mash bill, that's kind of cool, because me, not a huge rye fan. It's okay in small doses, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to take one more sip of this and then we'll jump right in. Okay, so we're going to jump right into the nose here. And like I said, I did open this when I bought it, but I wasn't paying attention to it. I just opened it because I didn't want to open the holiday Rickhouse proof. I didn't want to open that one that day because I was saving it for the video. So I opened this one. The nose has got some cinnamon, and there's some oak in it. Now, and I think I saw it's aged for 4 years, I believe. I didn't write it down, but I'm sure that's what the website said. Vanilla, caramel, but definitely a faint cinnamon in that. All right, well, let's take a taste. Cheers. So there's a lot that just happened. So much just happened when I took that sip. It started out, it felt very creamy and warm. And then I got that cinnamon on the palate. And then it was this burst of black pepper, baking spices, something. It was very spicy. It was tingly, spicy. And then it went back to I don't want to say back to, because I didn't really get the cinnamon again, but it kind of took a sweet corner, just a little bit. Maybe a chocolate, like a dark chocolate. First sip, not bad. The spice kind of caught me off guard just a little bit. So let's go sip 2. So I got a lot more of the oak that time. And there's still like the black pepper that I got, just like a smaller burst that time. Cinnamon's still there. There's a fruit in it. I'm going to say cherry. I haven't decided if that's what I mean yet. All right, I'm going to cleanse my palate one more time, and then we'll go sip 3. Okay, we're going to try sip 3. See what we get. It almost feels or tastes like there's a rye spice in it. And if that mash bill that I said is correct, there's no rye in it. But I got like a hint of that like grassy note. Maybe it's another spice of some sort, but I don't know what it is. The black pepper's still there. The cinnamon is there. And the fruit, I'm still undecided. You know what that means? That means we have to go sip 4. That's what we're going to do. All right. Definitely dark chocolate. The black pepper is pretty prominent, and I think it's a black pepper mixed with the oak is what I'm getting. And for a double oaked, I'm kind of surprised there's not more oak flavor. But there is from the oak, from the double oaked whatever, is dry. It's dry. But truth be told, 100% transparency. I did see that on the website, that the finish is very dry on it. And they were not giving with like tasting notes, but that part I saw. So, but it is dry, but it's not, I don't feel like I'm in a desert right now, right? Like it's not that bad, but my tongue feels a little yucky. That's okay. But what I will say is that cinnamon that's in there is delicious because it's like a sweet cinnamon. It's not a cinnamon sugar, but the cinnamon is sweet. And then the dark chocolate, and then the black pepper, and then it goes back to this sweet-ish. And I guess I'll stick with cherry because nothing else is popping in my mind. And it's just a hint. There's not much of that fruit in there that I'm pulling out. All in all, that is a great pour. It's a little on the, I don't want to say spicy. It's a little on the spicy side for me. But let's do a drop of water and see. I don't have much left. We'll see what that does to it. Maybe nothing. I don't know. Do you guys ever do that if you have a whiskey and you're just like, I don't really care for those notes that I'm getting? Do you ever add like a splash of water? I'm not an ice user. Not in my whiskey. I love ice, and like I eat a lot of ice, but I don't like it in my whiskey because if the whiskey, to me, 100% in my opinion, if I get the whiskey cold, if I put ice in it, it makes it hotter. Like it burns more. And I don't know if that makes any kind of sense to anyone else, but that's how I feel. Now, I haven't tried it in a very long time, so I probably should try it again. Today's not the day. Let's give this one more sip and see what that water did. So the water, like, I got a burst of caramel at the end of that, but before that, it brought that spice out and said, I'm here to stay. The spice is there to stay. And it did change it like a little bit, like the spice, and then I got that little burst of caramel at the end. Otherwise, it's spicy. And I hate to say that because it probably, y'all are like, oh, what do you mean? I don't particularly know what I mean. It's just, it kind of burns my mouth a little bit, and it's not the proof. It's not an ethanol. It's the black pepper. It's a spice. So while I do enjoy some spice, I don't want it to be the prominent, like, dominant note in whiskey. Everybody has their palate profile, and, well, spice ain't mine. But anyway, that is all I have today. Now, I have not tried. West Fork Whiskey Company has their own line. It's called West Fork Whiskey. And I've not tried any of those, but from what I saw on their website, it is a grain to glass whiskey. So I definitely will be on the lookout for those. I just haven't found any. I'm not sure that I've ever seen them anywhere, but I'm going to be checking. I'll be looking. So if you find some, let me know what you think. If you've had some, let me know what you think about it. And if you've had a cask strength double oaked Hugh, let me know what you think about that too. Otherwise, that's all I have today. And I hope you guys have had the most amazing week. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.